welcome back to some more Vampyr. We're gonna kick things off exactly from where we started off last time. Back at the hospital. Oh, we gotta reach Whitechapel. How do we propose we do that? Just run all the way over to Whitechapel, I guess. Okay, here we go. Alright, well, we're fighting you either way. Okay, this is not good. Just back it up. Alright, trying to bring them to me. Oh, I'm dying. If you just run out of people's aggro range, they get stupid. Alright, we're gonna... What? Is he below? Oh, what's that? Come on, are you kidding me? It's the only way into Whitechapel, eh? Alright, guess we're going. Is it really though? Oh wow, he's a little bit tough. Ow. Okay. Ow. How about that? Ow. Oh my god, stop. Jeez. Never stop swinging. Ow. What? Aren't you dead? Ow, okay, can you stop? Done yet? Alright, thank you. Alright. Is that the safe house I was just by? Oh, nope, there's something else.
I cannot enter.
It's locked. I'm assuming through there is where I need to go.
I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy. Bloody hell, boy.
Did he not just get shot?
It's all a bloody joke to you, isn't it? Stealing drugs from the sick and suffering.
How are you still talking right now? What's happening? I'm so confused.
You'll understand.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Oh, he can be mesmerized.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. If she's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Goodbye, young man.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking
Yeah,
alley
just suffering
reeking
from
worse
tea,
than a week
but I
off
don't think I
laving.
have any medication on me at the moment. I'll be back to Whitechapel sometime though.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. No one can help me. Not even you.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Oh.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
Oh, so he's Albert's father?
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy he just failed me last nerve.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
It's a pity that doctors still practice such barbaric methods. It's a dishonor to our profession.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. To not hear the explosions. I'm even scared of the dark these days.
Oh.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Alright. We're gonna get back on our way then. He's got a migraine. He's fatigued. Those are both things we're gonna have to work on. Alright, who's this now?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir.
Oh,
Are
she's
you
cute.
interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
A fellow healer, huh?
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Alright, well soon I'll be going to them to give them a true remedy.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Oh, sorry, I was yawning. I'm surprised these people are so willing to talk to me, even though they act like they don't like strangers at all.
I'd like to see
Let's see what she's got. Okay, so she's got a few supplies here. Can be recycled into components, so... Well, not sure what I'm gonna get out of it, but might as well check it out, I guess. I'll recycle it at my desk. Got some pretty good stuff here. I'll let you come in handy. I don't want to just waste all my money in one place, though. I'll be back to Whitechapel anyway. Yeah, so I got migraine and what was the other one? Fatigue. Okay. Oh, that man's dead. I was like, who is this? Why can't I see him? Oh yeah, death. The hideout is right over here. Me. No, I'm kidding. Not all the time. Why does this require a loading screen? So irritating. I have no clue where this has brought me to. I'm definitely in someone's house. It's a really roundabout way to get into a hideout. Ink pen. Alright, it just gives me a... Or does it only give me one glass vial? That's all this is good for. What the heck? Okay, I'll just keep it around then, I guess. I'm not getting rid of Jonathan's watch. If anything, I'll get rid of this old random watch. When the time comes. Oh, I can upgrade the Parker now. I was about to say, does that mean I can upgrade the power too? And I can. You know, a better reload time would be great on this thing, but that's a lot of damage. Alright, I think I'm good with that. Now let's make this fatigue medication. And I don't think I have one for migraine just yet, do I? No, I don't. So he's just gonna have to wait for a little while. Finish exploring the downstairs. Didn't grab everything I could, I don't think. I did kind of just skim through. A ring. Another ring. What, were these two married to each other, someone else, or just, oh, not to each other, obviously. In this time, I don't think gay marriage would have been much of a thing. Nope, they're just rings everywhere, never mind. What can I even make these into? I mean, surely something to do with aluminum. Aluminum. Huh? Are they quest items? No, just junk. Good resale value. Oh, so they're merely for selling. Gotcha. Alright, I think I'm gonna save my XP until I'm back in the hospital. Alright, we're back out in the streets of Whitechapel, and it's time to get around a bit more.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
So we're gonna start by finding the boy. He could definitely use some relief in his life.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, alright? Now piss off.
Oh. Boy. Oh, if Atreus ever
You
said
need
anything like that to
assistance,
Kratos, he'd have his
Feeling
head
tired these
slapped
days.
off.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
Me? I'll not die in some piss stinking
Alright, there we go. And now the condition here will be improved by that small little bit next time I rest. I like how as I rest, things get just a little bit better for everyone else. Actually, no, I can't explore right now. I explore on my own time. Right now we gotta stick to the main path, and if we find people along the way, that's when we talk to them.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Oh, he's got bronchitis. I can help with that, actually. Why is she always
Strange
covered in
man was
blood?
at the door with the pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Shall I talk to this guy then?
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Alright, who's this kid?
Excuse me, sir.
Oh,
I
that's
have a few
not a
questions
kid.
for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to
Hey,
most.
Peter!
And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Joe and Peter all in one. I don't feel like talking to him
Goodbye.
thoroughly right now. I'll come back and speak with everyone. Right now I have other things to do. Oh, he says find Clayton in the area. I don't know who any of these guys are, so let's just start talking. Hey.
Excuse me, sir. Are you
Oh, it's this
familiar
Clayton.
with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Still hate these subtitles.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
That science is unable to explain the facts doesn't mean there is no rational explanation.
I confess, I share your point of view, Doctor.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Alright. Now let's see about these personal questions. None.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
It's confidential. Speaking as a doctor, I'm sure you understand.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nithercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nithercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He
Alright,
never
good to know.
goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Alright, guess
Goodbye,
that's all.
Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Who the heck are you?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father
Friar
Tobias
Whitaker.
Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the
Okay, that
incoming
definitely
Armageddon.
says Friar.
I am
Whitaker.
Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Oh.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Oh, well, that's new.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after
He's probably
night.
dead.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
You don't have anything to fear if you're already dead, that's for sure. It's one thing to walk through the valley, it's another thing to never return.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Okay.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic.
Yeah.
But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad. And dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. the Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have fun
I have had
eating
enough
you one
for
day.
tonight. Goodbye.
Fatigue. Alright, I'll make another fatigue medication. Let's see, don't really have time for you at the moment. Joe's doing alright. There was someone else sick. Talk to this woman since she's already over here.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Oh, this is
I know
Cornelia.
what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Is she mute?
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
Alright, so apparently I gotta find this mailbox file over here.
Hello again, miss. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye then.
Oh, a letter. Alright, I'm assuming that was enough time for you guys
The
to read it.
content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
What the heck is this stupid mailbox? Thought that might be it. Oh, I guess I already found the mailbox or whatever what I was supposed to do over there.
You are blinded by your
Alright, what about this? Oh. That's cute. Oh my god, I dodged, whatever. Off me. Nope. Let's hit him with that Omae mo Shinderu.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Alright. I'm gonna actually go ahead and end this episode here before we start questioning him, but in the next one, we'll go ahead, finish up questioning him, probably get back to Dorothy, and then try to get back to Pembroke to level up a bit, evolve. But until then, guys, as usual, hope you've all been enjoying the series so far, and if you have, make sure to rate, subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.